Activities at the Federal Polytechnic Ede in Osun State have been brought to a halt as non-academic staff members embarked on an indefinite strike action. The members of staff are accusing the institution of failing to implement the newly revised scheme of service known as the Contest 15 migration, as directed by the National Board for Technical Education in 2013.
Members of the Senior Staff Association of Nigeria Polytechnics, a non-academic staff union of the Federal Polytechnic Ede in Osun State, gather in this hall. It's the Congress of the Unions, and top on the agenda are issues bordering on the relationship between the institution's management and the union members.
We challenge them that any institution that says Contest 15 is not budgeted for, no rector will come and say, for my institution is not budgeted for. We do know, because our members are the ones preparing budget around the institution. We do know that it is budgeted for. The Executive Secretary of MBT confirmed that budget 2016 was premised on Contest 15. Then how come you are getting the money you are not giving to those you are supposed to give it to?
With declarations over, the union members file out on a protest around the school premises. Carrying placards with various inscriptions, the workers move on to the main entrance of the school, calling on the management to pay up their full scheme of service. The leadership of the unions are accusing the school management of failing to implement the new revised Contest 15 migration to workers from level 11 downwards as being implemented in other institutions.
Virtually all the polytechnics in Nigeria, both state and federal polytechnics, have implemented the revised scheme of service for 2013 as directed by the National Board for Technical Education. But up to now, the Federal Polytechnic Ede management has not thought it wise to use the same schemes of service.
What my counterparts on the same grade level in the other institutions are earning more than what I am earning here at Federal Polytechnic Ede, and that is not acceptable to us as a union leader.
But the management of the school insists the non-implementation of the Contest 15 is not peculiar to the institution alone.
Between 2013 and now, there has been no cover from government as cash backing for the migration. Our staff unions are not ignorant of this. They are the people who tell us when money comes. They have not been able to say money has come for Contest 15 migration.
As it stands, the school is in the middle of its academic session, and the workers have resolved not to return to work until their demands are met. Students can only hope and pray that the matter is resolved quickly to avoid the closure of the institution.
It was not a normal business day for some financial institutions and other companies whose business premises were sealed off by the Rivers State Signage and Advertising Agency for non-payment of bills. The agency's acting managing director, who described the outdoor landscape advertising in Rivers State as pitiful, said the government over the years has lost as much as 20 billion naira. Our correspondent Emmanuel Ere has this report.
Officials of the River State Signage and Advertising Agency locking up and sealing off some financial institutions in Port Harcourt, the River State capital. For the acting managing director of the agency, this action has become necessary because the institutions failed to respond to earlier warnings.
This week we are actually on enforcement to get in that revenue which they have actually evaded paying for their outdoor exposure.
It's however not an easy task, as the enforcers meet with some resistance. This bank customer is also not pleased with the situation.
I think they can tell the customers, please come out. that we have issues with them so that we can. Then if the customers refuse to come out, that's when you lock them up. Like me now, how will you just lock me up? I come to trust my business. I've done my business. Allow me to go.
Elsewhere, this bank official says the activities of RISA are illegal.
I was in a meeting with His Excellency, and he made it clear that no agency of government for now is allowed to bring any demand notice until it is harmonized and a single demand notice is given to institutions. I had a meeting with banks, and I just spoke with a member of the board of Internal Revenue, saying that these people, and he told me that these people are doing it illegally.
But the acting managing director insists he's acting on the law setting up the agency.
And at this point in time, the governor says, look, I'm going to harmonize those revenue, those taxes, so that you know what you're paying. It does not stop signage. What for signage, it's straightforward. There is nothing there that says any other agency of government will collect signage. It's RISA, and that's what we're here to do.
According to the agency, more actions will be taken against those who default in the payment of signage fees. Emmanuel Irei, Channels Television News.
To security matters now, the Joint Task Force overseeing the Operation Delta Safe in the Niger Delta region says it has started apprehending sponsors of crude oil theft across the country. In a press statement signed by the coordinator, Joint Media Campaign Center, Major Abubakar Abdullahi, the task force says it has destroyed over 18 legal refineries across Bayelsa, Delta and River State. The statement adds that in Bayelsa State, troops on patrol in Nimbe local government area discovered and destroyed 7 illegal refineries and arrested 3 suspects, while in Delta State, they uncovered a network of 6 illegal refineries. In River State, troops destroyed 10 illegal refineries in Boni local government area, in addition to 25 others earlier raided at Creek 6 in the same local government.